All right, so I'm starting to get really upset over the Jackson Dart doubt. And it's crazy because if you go back a year from now, I was probably saying stuff like, "Man, I don't know about Jackson Dart, man. I see him as a round two quarterback." And I remember somebody came to my TikTok and said something like, "Oh, you guys are thinking about drafting Jackson Dart number three." And I said, "Get the hell out of here, man. Jackson Dart, I'm fine with him being a second round pick." And we end up moving into the first round and picking Jackson Dart. And my thing is, even if I'm like, "Yo, I don't really want this player pre-draft," if he gets drafted, then I'm rocking with him. Odell has always been my favorite wide receiver when it comes to him getting on the Giants and playing. But prior to him being drafted, I didn't really watch college like that, so I knew nothing about the wide receivers at LSU because I didn't watch any of their games. So I saw him come out and I said, he's kind of tiny, and I'm like, I've always liked bigger wide receivers. At the time, you're looking at guys like Megatron, and I remember AJ Green was actually decent. So to see Odell come out there and be damn near what, like 5'10", 5'11" at the time, I'm like, oh, he's small. And then he had the hamstring issues, and then he ended up being really good, and he ended up being my favorite wide receiver. Jackson Dart, in my opinion, isn't perfect, but I feel like if the franchise wants to move forward with Jackson Dart, I'm very happy with that. But now people are talking about, oh, we should trade Jackson Dart and go with Mendoza. Now, Mendoza, if he was coming out in last year's draft, I would have wanted Mendoza because I like bigger quarterbacks, same way I like bigger wide receivers. Well, now it's like I really don't care about the wide receiver being big. It's like, how good is the wide receiver? Like, Malik Neighbors is not a big wide receiver, but he's really good. I'm happy with the Malik Neighbors pick. It's not his fault that management and the Jets management are idiots and won't change the fucking grass at MetLife. And they should. Don't do it just for FIFA. Change that shit permanently. Um, Bigger quarterbacks have always been like a thing for me. Like 6'5" quarterbacks have always been like, oh, it's a big quarterback. He's not worried about what Tua is saying. Oh, I can't see over my offensive lineman. But I'm totally fine with Jackson Dart. But yeah, if Mendoza came out in last year's draft where Dart was in, I probably would have wanted Mendoza. But I don't want to pivot from Jackson Dart. But I wonder what Joe wants to do in a situation like this because a lot of people are still crying about the Giants not drafting Shador. And I'm like, did Joe really want to draft Shador and maybe Dable wanted Jackson Dart? And now that Dable's gone, would it be crazy for Joe to pivot from Jackson Dart and take a quarterback in Mendoza this year? Like, now I'm starting to really wonder. But yeah, I'm still kind of annoyed over it.